Okay, let's unpack this. There's a serious buzz right now in Nigerian music.
Yeah, definitely. Especially in the hip-hop scene.
Exactly. A pretty high-stakes rap beef, really, that's got everyone talking. We're looking at two huge names, Blaqbonez and Odumodu. And, kind of hilariously, even Davido's in the mix somehow.
The 5-time Grammy nominee Davido. Yeah, that adds a whole other layer.
It does.
But what's really interesting here, I think, is how this rivalry is more than just tracks. It really tells us something about, creativity, status.
On the culture itself.
Exactly. The whole culture of hip-hop in Nigeria right now. It's like a snapshot of who holds the influence, who's seen as the custodian.
Right. And speaking of custodianship, the first real shot seemed to come from Blaqbonez, didn't it? He teamed up with AQ, the veteran.
Yeah, that track, Who's Really Rapping?
That's the one. And it felt like it had a dual purpose, like partly a comment on Nigerian hip-hop overall.
But also a pretty direct challenge.
A very direct challenge, yeah. And it seemed pretty clear Odumodu was the main target given his position right now.
Well, yeah. If you look at the bigger picture, Blaqbonez and AQ, they're essentially asking this, rhetorical question about quality, about who's really rapping.
Implying they are, of course.
Naturally. And implicitly putting themselves above Odumodu, who's got that huge wave behind him. His mix of drill, that Abuja street slang. It's distinct.
Undeniable, really. He defined a sound. So being that standard bearer makes him the one to challenge.
Precisely. And challenge him they did.
And Odumodu's reaction, well, I wasn't quiet, was it? He went straight to X.
Oh, absolutely not. He really fired back a whole series of posts, like tirades, really.
What was the tone like? Just angry? Or was there more to it?
It was a mix. Definitely direct shots, some mockery in there too. But he was basically, hammering home his status, restating that he is the face of Nigerian hip-hop.
Specifically naming Blaqbonez and AQ.
Oh yeah, called them out directly.
Yeah.
And crucially, he started throwing around accusations, backbiting, jealousy, even betrayal. He brought that up in diss tracks too, and also on a podcast appearance.
Right, I heard about that podcast bit. He was apparently quite disgusted about Blaqbonez claiming to be the best rapper in Africa.
Called it a fallacy. So yeah, he's using every platform. It's not just studio beef anymore. It's this public performance almost. Social media just fuels it.
Okay, so maybe Blaqbonez's track wasn't the very first shot then. It sounds like maybe Odumodu had thrown some shade earlier.
It does seem like a classic back and forth. People are saying Blaqbonez's track was actually a reply to things Odumodu said on his own album, The Machine Is Coming.
Ah, where he supposedly declared war.
That's the word on the street, yeah. So it's like this ongoing chess game, but with rhymes.
And the whole internet's watching.
Exactly.
Which brings us back to Davido. How did he even get involved? It seems so random.
Well, maybe not random, but definitely adds weight. He saw Blaqbonez at Paris Fashion Week, apparently, and jokingly told him he has to fight Odumodu, like a physical fight.
He actually said that. Wow.
Yeah, just joking, obviously, but it shows how intense people perceive this beef to be.
Right. It kind of elevates it, doesn't it? From just industry stuff to like a major cultural moment when someone like Davido comments.
Totally. It underlines the status this whole thing has taken on.
Yeah.
And now fans are genuinely hyped for, a proper rap battle to settle it.
So wrapping this up then, what's the takeaway for you listening to all this unfold? We've seen this clash for the top spot ignite this huge verbal war.
Yeah, even drawing in legends like Davido.
So what does it all mean?
Well, I think it's more than just drama. It forces us to ask questions. For you, the listener, what does this kind of high-profile beef actually do for Nigerian hip-hop?
Does it push artists to be better? Sharpen their skills?
Or is it just noise?
Really?
Just industry theatrics? It definitely forces artists to define themselves, engage differently. It sparks conversations about authenticity versus spectacle.
Mm-hmm. Something to think about, for sure. It shapes the growth, one way or another.
Definitely shapes the growth.
Well, that's Nigerian music for you, always dynamic. Until next time, keep digging deeper.